Hey guys, did a couple little things on the car today, nothing super special. First thing I did was started looking into doing an ASC delete or the all-season traction control. The only thing I did so far was unplug the actual all-season traction control throttle body. If you don't know, this car has a regular throttle body that you control and the cruise control controls. That one is this one right here with this plug up top. The one that's on a kind of like a 45-degree angle happens to be the ASC throttle body, which is normally open, and when the actuator, which is actually right here, is actuated, it ends up closing the blades to actuate your throttle input. A lot of people have had issues with deleting theirs. They'll end up taking the actuator off and leaving the throttle body here, and when you take this actuator off, you actually cause some ABS problems as well. The all-season traction control also will pull some timing and try to pulse the rear brakes a little. When you just unplug this and delete the throttle body and leave the actuator plugged in, all it does is shut down the ASC system, so your ABS still works. I did test it today, so a little later on I'll end up getting the boot for a non-ASC car. This boot is actually trash. It's all cracked, it's all dry rotted. The lower hose that comes off of it and goes to the intake, that's all cracked as well. So later on down the road, that stuff will get replaced. I'll remove the ASC throttle body and it'll all get taken care of in one job. The other thing I did today was remove the CDV, or the clutch delay valve. Lots of people complain about this. Pretty simple task. Maybe 15 minutes worth of work. Pretty simple thing. If you don't know, on an E36, the brake master and the cylinder master have the same reservoir. Actually, you can see it right here. I believe this hose is what feeds the clutch master. So let me lift the car up and show you guys exactly what you need to do. Here we are, guys. We're on the driver's side of the transmission. Here's the bell housing right here. This hydraulic hose that's right here. Right in here, there will be another piece, kind of like an adapter that goes from here to this hard line. Actually, let me grab that for you real quick. Okay, so this guy will be in here, kind of like this. This threaded portion will thread into this bigger hex that's in here, and the line will be threaded into here. Some people say that they needed to buy a modified clutch delay valve. I didn't. I literally just pulled it from the line and reconnected the line right back into the hard line. It was pretty simple. This was a 17, I believe. This was a 14, and this is an 11. You have to break this line loose, and then you can do it a couple of different ways. You can break the line loose and then unscrew the line from here, and then bring this line down and unscrew this from here. I would advise that you break it all loose before you do any of it, whichever way you decide to go. After that, we literally just let this line drain out a little bit, not too much, and threaded it right back into this hard line. The way we bled it was we went up to the slave. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hang on a sec. We went up to the slave. Another good tip is, before you do this, do check your bleeder to make sure you can unthread it without breaking it. Otherwise, you will basically be in deep shit. Make sure that comes loose first. Loosen that. Spray it down. Let it sit for a little bit. Loosen it. Tighten it back up. And do your job here. And then when you get done, the way we did it was we filled the master as full as we could get it, and then we used the vacuum bleeder and hooked the vacuum hose up here. Has a little canister in line and it has a pump on it, and we bled the system with that. Literally just one person opens that bleeder, the other person squeezes the vacuum pump. It can easily be done by one person actually, but me and my dad were working on it, so we did it with 2 people to make it a little bit easier. You'll see in the vacuum lines on that pump lots of air, and when the air stops, it's simple as closing the bleeder and then emptying the vacuum bleeder out and lower the car down and check your clutch pedal. Literally, clutch pedal was perfect first time around. You will notice the clutch pedal is a little bit softer, and you're probably going to notice a totally different engagement based on how much more fluid is flowing through this. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there is a tiny, tiny, tiny little orifice in there. It's tiny, definitely tiny compared to the 2 open holes that are on the ends. It was, like I said, pretty simple. I think it literally took us 20 minutes. Put the car back down, checked the pedal, and I drove it out the door. Simple as that. Hey guys, if you'd like to see more of this stuff, please like, subscribe, comment on the video. I'd very much appreciate it. Thanks guys.